hands-on channel. The purpose of my channel is to get people who want to give CKA 2025 exam get started on their hands-on practicing journey once they finished a formal course of CKA and have a basic understanding of Kubernetes concepts. This creates the depth in your understanding of each concept and helps you crack CKA exam. Now, CKA exam consists of questions from 5 different categories. We are currently in troubleshooting category that has 30% weightage in CKA exam. I have a playlist for each category of CKA exam. Please do check out my playlist for networking and storage categories that carries 20% and 10% weightage. The links for the playlists are provided in every video. With that introduction, let's get started with today's video. This is the 6th video in troubleshooting series. Let's set the context. Just tainted node 01. Update tolerations in this application deployment.yaml pod template and create pod object. Okay, now we'll go to taints and tolerations sections and try to understand what the concept is really about. Now, it's got a really good introduction here that will give you a good idea about what taints and tolerations are. In one of my videos, we've also briefly discussed node affinity. So let's try to find out what these three things are. So it's just node affinity is a property of pods that attracts them to a set of nodes, either as a preference or a hard requirement. Taints are the opposite. They allow a node to repel a set of pods. Tolerations are applied to pods. Tolerations allow the scheduler to schedule pods with matching taints. Tolerations allow scheduling but do not guarantee scheduling. The scheduler also evaluates other parameters as part of its function. Taints and tolerations work together to ensure that pods are not scheduled onto inappropriate nodes. One or more taints are applied to a node. This marks that the node should not accept any pods that do not tolerate the taints. So that is the introduction. Now you should get more information about how you can add a taint to it, how you can remove a taint from a node, and then the tolerations you have to it's like a specification in your pod manifest. So that is just a brief overview about taints and tolerations. Now let's solve the problem. Just tainted node 01. So we'll describe the node. And if you see here, it's got taints, no name, it's got some value, right? Now, what are these things? Each taint has got a key value, and sometimes there will not be any value, but here this is the key, and the operator is its equals, and this is your value, and what is the effect? This is no schedule. Okay, so this taint has already been applied to node 01. So in ideal case, if you try to create this application deployment, if we try to create a pod from this YAML, it cannot schedule the pod on any of the node because the node has a taint. So I'll just try to show that to you. Created. But it is in a pending stage. Now, if you describe the pod, if you see here, the node has an untolerated taint. Basically, it's not able to schedule it and it's failed scheduling. So I'll just delete that pod because of the taint. Okay, and what the question is asking is that the node has a taint already. Now we need to update the pod specification with a toleration so that when we try to create a pod, that it is able to schedule that pod on the tainted node. So that's what tolerations do, as we have seen in the documentation. So we'll open application deployment.yaml, and I will just copy the key value thing for my toleration section. I'll just copy here. Now we'll go to the documentation to get the tolerations. So mostly, I mean, when you are trying to solve a question, you should have a good idea about how you should be solving the question, and also you should be basically referring to the documentation only for syntax, but you should have an idea about what is the question and how you can solve it. That comes with solving, reading the documentation, but also solving and trying to understand and see the concept for yourself. So do as many labs as you can until it becomes clear to you. So as I said, a key is the node name. Operator is equal, we'll leave it as it is. Value is worker node 01, and effect is no schedule, we'll leave that as it is, and we'll get rid of this line. And okay, so I'll just align it a little bit. Okay. Okay, I have created the pod now. Now if I do get pods, it's in a container creating stage, it's running now, see? And you can also see, if you do -o wired, you can see that the pod is actually scheduled on node 01, even though it has a taint, because we have updated the pod toleration to the same value as the taint, and then now it is allowed to be scheduled on node 01. So that is how you troubleshoot questions on taints and tolerations. Now if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you think my videos are helpful, please like and share my videos. The KillerCoda links, documentation, relevant documentation, and the playlists for each category of CKA are provided in my in each video's description. So please do subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.